Hey guys, AJGX here, and I'm back with another video review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Baiwei TW1028 Spock, aka Studio Series Shockwave, but this is like a KO, I guess you could say, version of it. So before we get into that, just take a quick look at the box. Nothing too interesting, just off-brand information. So I got this guy from AliExpress, in case you're wondering. Yeah, he wasn't too much money with tax and shipping. He was like $22 and change. Plus, he was only like $19 because they had a sale on him, so that helped a lot. I could have went and pre-ordered the Studio Series Shockwave re-release, but I was like, nah, I didn't feel like paying $55 just because of some extra accessories and stuff like that. I'm like, I just need the figure, bro. So today we'll be taking a look at the alt mode first. One thing I could say is the reason why I can't get this to fully peg in here is because there's a piece like that right there that's supposed to be over here. For me, unfortunately, it is missing, but that is okay. It is what it is. I'm not making too much of a big deal out of that. So this is the alt mode. It's all clunky and stuff, but you know, that's how the Bayverse alt modes are, Cybertronian forms. They look like something. It's supposed to be like a, you know, makeshift tank, but it's not a full-on Earth mode tank like you would have. So here's the head. I would say the detail on them is pretty good. The paint wise is good because you have like some battle damage right here. I forgot the word you would use for this, but this is for his blade. Some, I guess you would call it weathering, I guess you could say. I don't know. Paint on there is pretty good because it's purple, but it's like, it's accurate to the screen because he did have like a lot of scrapes and scratches on him. Like he's been through battle damage and stuff like that of that nature. So it's like, you know, he's Shockwave, you know. Especially the Bayverse version of him. I would say the Bayverse version of him is like the most dangerous iteration of Shockwave ever. And to be honest, he's probably my favorite version of this guy because he's just so menacing. Like every other Shockwave we have, he's terrifying, but he's like, this one is just menacing, especially with those freaking tentacles, not tentacles, those freaking mandibles. Make him like insect-like in a way. So yeah. So now we've taken a look at the box in the alt mode. I guess you can take a look at the bottom of the alt mode real quick before we transform. This is the bottom of the alt mode. But we'll take a look at that in his alt mode. So now I'm gonna quickly transform him off screen. Here he is in his robot mode. Pretty good, honestly. Good amount of paint on him, good attention to details right here. Mine is a pretty good one actually, because when I was transforming him, I didn't even have to take this what do you call this? The rope or whatever? The tube? I don't know, I guess you would call it a tube or whatever that connects his gun to his back for his firepower or whatever. But it was pretty good. I would say on mine, I have a pretty good head too, because mine is not super loose, but it can move, you know? So I think I got a pretty good one. The only thing that sucks was that one piece for the alt mode that I said was missing, but it doesn't affect his robot mode whatsoever. So that's cool. Nice paint detail. You know, just to quickly go over his articulation, he has his head articulation, arms can go in and out, forward and back. This thing can move. He has articulation in his fingers a little bit. I'm gonna be careful because this broke off the other day. It's kind of weaker than the other fingers, but it's okay. You know, it's not gonna just fall on its own. It's like if you mess with it a little too much. But as far as the other fingers, it's pretty good, you know. Really nice detail on him, on the treads. They actually put in some wheels as well for the all mode. The only thing is they didn't do any extra paint on the insides of these, but it's okay. They did paint the outside a little bit though. Sorry about that. That was my mom in the background, if you heard anything. So if these don't go this way, let me know in the comment section. I think they do go something like this. And here's the rod. It did paint it too. I like how they added like some battle damage to it, like weathering or whatever you call it, to make it look like legit. Some of this is die cast too. Keep that in mind. But that's the one thing I like about these KO figures. They have a lot of good detail on them. And even though they aren't the official product, you spend less money for a really good figure still. So, you know, because everything is so expensive these days, and people just don't have money like that necessarily to spend $55 on a damn Studio Series Shockwave. I mean, I know he's getting re-released, but that's his retail price. I'm not even talking about the scalper prices. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go on and give my final thoughts of this figure, which are pretty good. So here's a little comparison. The Megatron. Yes, this is the Baiwei Megatron, and this is official Studio Series Screamer. The first one from the first movie. She's like a, I would say, without Megatron being up like that, Shockwave may be a tiny bit taller, or they're equivalent in height. Obviously, Starscream's a little bit shorter. That's to be expected. So yeah. So, do I recommend this figure? Yes, I do. I'm gonna give him a straight up 9 out of 10. Only because that finger, the thumb on my model, it tends to get a little loose and it can fall off like if you mess with it. But aside from that, it's a pretty peak figure. I mean, all things considered, great paint, great size. You know, it's pretty much the same thing as the Studio Series one. And yeah, you know, and for like way less money, you're getting a good figure. If you want to buy it, you could go on Amazon.com. You could go to AliExpress. They have some pretty good deals on there, so I would definitely recommend checking them out. Only thing is you have to be patient, but for me, it only took this guy, they said by February 12th. Yesterday it was supposed to come. It arrived on Sunday. I think that was like the 9th? Yeah, February was the 9th on Sunday. So yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this video review. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, obviously. Show your friends. If you're a Transformers fan, definitely pick this thing up or order it online or whatever. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video, and bye. Sugarbot is hungry.
Hear me out.